Welcome back to Motor Master, where power meets precision, and history comes alive through the roar of legendary machines. Today, we dive into the battlefield beast that changed the face of American armor, the M26 Pershing. A tank born out of necessity, forged in the fires of war, and designed to dominate the enemy with sheer firepower and superior engineering. The year is 1945. The European front is in chaos, with American Sherman tanks struggling against the heavily armored German Panthers and Tigers. The U.S. Army needed a game-changer, a tank that could match and surpass the enemy's steel monsters. Enter the M26 Pershing, a machine that carried the weight of American firepower on its broad shoulders. Armed with a devastating 90mm M3 gun, it could punch through enemy armor at distances the Shermans could only dream of. It wasn't just about firepower. The Pershing was built with thick frontal armor, giving it a fighting chance against the high-velocity shells of German tank destroyers. Rolling onto the battlefield, the M26 Pershing made its combat debut in the final months of World War II. One of its first encounters was the legendary duel in Cologne, where an American Pershing squared off against a German Panther in the heart of the war-torn city. With a well-placed shot, the Pershing destroyed its enemy, proving that American armor had finally caught up with the German war machine. This moment was more than just a victory, it was a statement that the days of Sherman tanks being outclassed were over. But power is nothing without mobility, and the Pershing was a mixed bag in that department. Weighing nearly 46 tons, it was heavier than its predecessors, putting strain on its 500 horsepower Ford GAF engine. While it could reach speeds of around 30 miles per hour on roads, rough terrain tested its limits. Yet, in battle, its combination of firepower and protection outweighed any mobility concerns. Crews who operated the Pershing quickly realized they had something special, a tank that could go head-to-head with the best the Axis had to offer. As World War II ended, the M26 Pershing's legacy had only just begun. When the Korean War broke out in 1950, the U.S. Army once again called upon its heavy-hitting Pershings to face a new enemy, Soviet-made T-34s. In the freezing mountains and rugged battlefields of Korea, the Pershing proved its worth, engaging enemy armor and providing crucial support to ground forces. But by the early 1950s, the evolution of tank warfare demanded even more speed, firepower, and adaptability. The Pershing paved the way for its successor, the M46 Patton, and ultimately, the lineage that led to the modern American main battle tank. Despite its short-lived combat service, the M26 Pershing remains a symbol of American innovation, a bridge between the outdated Shermans and the future of U.S. armored warfare. It was the answer to a desperate call for battlefield superiority, a machine that arrived in time to shift the balance of power. Today, surviving Pershings stand in museums, their steel bodies still carrying the scars of war, silent witnesses to the battles they fought and won. The M26 Pershing was not just another tank, it was a revolution on tracks. It represented a shift in American armored doctrine, a lesson learned through blood and fire. Though it came late to World War II, it set the standard for the tanks that followed. It proved that American engineering could produce a tank that could stand toe-to-toe with the enemy and win. And in the annals of military history, the Pershing will always be remembered as the tank that brought America into the era of modern armored warfare. Thanks for watching Motor Master. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the M26 Pershing, hit that like button, subscribe for more incredible military machine breakdowns, and let us know in the comments which legendary tank you want to see next. Stay tuned for more horsepower, firepower, and history. See you in the next one.